Hello, welcome everyone to Update Day on World Warships Legends. I am Phoenix61, make sure you're following the channel, guys. So yes, new campaign starts today, right? So you can get the Lucian. So this is me signing into the game just about an hour or so ago, right? So this is the first I've been able to get in and take a look. It does look like the Lucian has the, if I'm saying it right, the deep water torpedoes. So those are the ones with the little round indicators where you basically can't hit destroyers with them, but any other boat is fair game, right? So I will just quick go through the stats here. So if you're interested in anything in particular, make sure you hit the pause button wherever. But yeah, 2 launchers of 5 for torpedoes at this tier 8 ship is what you're getting there, right? So yeah, interested in something in particular, hit the pause because I'm going to show each one for just a second there, right? And then we'll go through the overview. Reloader, above average main battery, reload speed, and then full circle. Main battery turrets can rotate, all the way around, right? So that's kind of nice, right? That helps in sometimes situations, right? So there is that, and I do believe it's a shorter campaign. I believe we're only doing 4 weeks for this one, right? And then next up is the new Bureau project. So I think some people were pretty excited about this, the Venezia, right? If I'm saying that right. You guys, I suck at pronouncing ship names. I'm sorry. But yeah, you can see guns aplenty, sure shot. That's that ship's overview, right? And then same thing here. I'll go through just the specs really quick for you. I'm going to take a peek at the upgrades and loadout first, though. Yes, you do get torpedoes with this one as well. And then, of course, rolling smoke and looks like a fighter. Doesn't look like you can change those out. And then it does look like, as your sort of Italian cruiser fashion, your last upgrade is you can swap in the SAP shells, and then you won't have high explosive shells, right? And then these other ones are just kind of these upgrades are all the sort of standards that you would expect to get from, a higher tier cruiser, right? So those are the choices there. And then, of course, yeah, you'd decide whether or not to use the SAP rounds. I think if you're doing the Italian cruisers, you're probably using the SAP rounds, right? So that is that. And we'll quick flash the stats up here. 2 launchers for torpedoes, 1 on each side that go 13.5 kilometers. AA is okay. Maneuverability is okay. Concealment's okay, right? You do get rolling smoke, right? Sort of as expected. And then we'll take a look in the store. So there's some little asterisk type things to keep in mind here when you're looking at the store. So there's a new currency for this, Roman themed update that's, happening for, this update or this month, right? And so you can buy these Italian Triumph bundles. And so what I guess the way it works is you're going to get 250 of the event currency for each bundle. I'm not 100% sure on that, but then basically once you buy one, then another one opens up, and then another one opens up, and then another one. So you see all these question marks on the bottom, along the bottom off to the right? So basically a way to get you to spend lots of doubloons, right? In all sorts of World of Warships Legends fashion, right? It's what you get out of a free-to-play game, right? And then there's this option to buy all sets for a solid 56,000, which is a little too rich for my blood personally, but you do you. But I guess that gives you, all the sets, right? So, yeah. And then, yeah, there's coupons out there for the Italian, for Italian ships. So if there's one that you absolutely don't have, that you absolutely have to have, maybe now's the time to buy them, right? 20% off on Italian ships, right? Doubloons is nothing special in there, offers what you normally expect. So here in the special, the Roman Empire stuff, the Italian Triumph, that's that bundle that we were literally just looking at. But I think what you want to do is, there's these quests, these Roman quests. I think this is kind of the the focus, outside of the campaign, and if you're starting the new bureau project, right? And you can see Quest 1 starts with a cost of 250 of the event currency. So the way that's happening, the way that's working is, well, one, you could, buy, the package thing or whatever where you get 250, but you don't have to. So there is a quest that you start with, call it quest 0, whatever. But so if you look in your missions tab, and I'll show you in a little bit too where that is, there's a fairly easy mission to complete, and then that gets you started with Roman Quest 1. And then I believe the way it's working is then once you complete Roman Quest 1, it's going to give you enough to buy Roman Quest 2. And then once you complete 2, it's going to give you enough to buy 3, I'm thinking. So I'm guessing, I don't know because I haven't started doing it yet, but it looks like that's the way it's supposed to work. But how far you can get into the quests, I don't know. But yeah, so this, we'll just take a quick look at this ship that, so yeah, you can get, right, whatever it was called. What was this one? But yeah, you get these cool, skins, right, for the Italian ships, right? So that is kind of the shtick for this update, right? Is these, I mean, that's cool. Like, if I can get some free ones, we're gonna take them if those come free, right? So, oh yeah. So that was just looking at the skin. So I think, what did I pick? The Colombo or whatever. So I think you can make it to Roman Quest for this one in order to get the Leon. I think is what you can do. At least my hunch tells me that's where you can get this far without spending cash, right? So real quick on the stats for this one, right? So long range torpedoes for tier 5, right? 11 kilometers, but you're only getting 2 launchers of 2, right? So keep that in mind. Then AA is, somewhat non-existent, and then maneuverability and concealment, meh, right? And then, yeah, it looks like you get a skin for that one as well. So I'm guessing the Centurion ship, this is where I'm thinking it's stopping here, and you're going to have to come up with the denarii, the event currency, through some potential purchasing, through some potential doubloon spending, right? But yes, this is, tier 8 cruiser or tier 8 battleship, right? So no torpedoes, but you are getting rolling smoke as such. And I'll quick show stats for this one. Nothing crazy, if it's possible to earn that many of the event currency, then I'm gonna shoot for the moon and try and get it. But I'm guessing, in sort of all of like World of Warships Legends fashion, there's always that like stopgap for these events, right? Like, so the winter event previously, you couldn't get, like the Ohio without actually spending real cash, right? And then simultaneously, Golden Week is happening, right? So there's a couple of like Geises in here that are familiar that I think have existed in the past, and then Golden Week crates as well. I will show you what you can get out of those just very briefly. And then, yeah, there's the Golden Week camo. It does look like you can buy, let's go in here and see how many you can get. You can buy some for global XP, so that's a little tempting because I like to hoard global XP, right? So yeah, it looks like you can buy 3 of them for 27,000 global XP each. So out of curiosity, I'm doing this on my console, so please stand by while Edge loads, right? So we'll go into what the crate, says you can get here, but it's probably lots of just generic stuff and, yeah, skins. So the camos for a lot of Japanese ships, basically. So you get 9% chance of it dropping, the camouflages, right? And then it looks like they are using a guarantee reward system, but don't get excited about that because it's only after so many, right? So the Iwaki is the tier 3, so first tier is Iwaki. If you don't own it, then you'll receive it after your first 15 crates opened, right? So, like, you got to keep buying more and more and more and more of these, so you would need, in total, 135 to guarantee that you would get all of the ships associated with Golden Week crates, right? So, my opinion is it's a little excessive. I will not be doing that, personally. Yeah. And then the Japanese cruisers, this stuff from, the previous update, looks like they're keeping these in here in case you want to spend doubloons. Why wouldn't they, right? Why not? But yeah, there's those things, right? There is also, I think I forgot to go into it, but there is also Brawler. I'm not sure how long this will last for, but the game mode Brawler looks pretty interesting. It's tier 7 battleships, and I was just checking to see if like the new commander was going to be in here or not, because yeah, that was from our calendar event, and it is not. And of course you could buy spring big crates. Any way to spend money. I didn't see anything new in these, out of the ordinary in these other sections. So here's the forge, what we got. But yeah, so Brawler looked like it was tier 7 battleships, but no main gun. So it's all secondary, like super like buffed secondary batteries. So that'll be interesting. I might play some of that. I'm gonna try and stream tonight, so stay tuned. I know there's a lot of like some balancing changes to some ships, like I know Montana and the Kurfürst got a little bit of some buffs in there. Yeah, here's bureau stuff you can buy, right? So if you don't own any of these ships, you can buy them for silver and or doubloons. And this is all the supplies, the typical stuff, but yeah. So yeah, buffs to Montana and Kurfürst for sure, from what I've seen. I forget, like I scrolled through the patch notes and then, yeah. So maybe we might play some of those ships. But yeah, here is the mission that you just automatically get. So as you can see, you get 50 of the event currency for each task you complete, and then you get another 150 once you complete both. So then that's enough for you to be able to buy the the sort of starter mission from the store, right? So you don't need to spend your doubloons just yet. You can at least work your way, see how far you can go with the freebie mission that you get right off the bat, right? But yeah, so, and then yeah, mission for Golden Week stuff. So you can complete this and get another Golden Week crate. And then yeah, nothing special in the, here's your renowns and your typical weekly stuff. Typical weekly missions that we'll probably work on as well if we do manage to sign in tonight. Sometimes real life gets in the way and I hate it. But yeah, so that is where we will end our video for the day. I haven't had a chance to play just yet, but I plan on doing at least some, and then yes, possibly streaming tonight. So if you're interested, keep an eye out for me. I'm usually the late night streamer dude. I probably can't start till like 8:30 Central Time because you gotta live over here, people. Oh, come on. But appreciate you watching my video all the way through, and as always, make sure you're following, and we'll see you guys tomorrow and or tonight if you sign in, right?